Today I am sharing with you a quick tutorial on how I am using the print and cut feature on my Cricut Maker. These are some December Daily products from Ali Edwards that I printed and cut with the Cricut this week, and I just wanted to share how I did it. So in case you're wondering, you can do it too. Alright, so here I am in Design Studio. I'm just going to start a new project, click Upload to upload my images. And here I just clicked Browse to find my files, and I'm using a December Daily digital chipboard from the 2020 collection from Ali Edwards. So just locating that on my computer, having a hard time here, finding the full sheet to bring into Design Studio. So there I've got it. I want to here on this first screen click Complex. I want this to get all the details of what's on the page. And then click Complete or Continue. Here I don't need to clean up anything. If I had stray marks, I would want to clean up there. And then right here, you just click Save as Print then Cut Image. So here is where instead of just saving it as a cut file, you're going to save it as a print and cut and click Finish. Here it is in my uploads. I'm just going to insert it onto my workspace. I'm going to do a little bit of resizing here. I think I resized it down to about 4 inches wide, so it would print just in the available space that I had, but you can make it as big as you want. So if you want to increase these images or use one at a time and you have the digital files, you can totally just drag one over because they're all saved individually if you bought the digitals from Ali. And you can make this, if you wanted to use the black chipboard that says this story of this December day, you could make that a full size sort of page and cut if you wanted to. All right, so we are just about ready. I am going to click Make It up here in the top right corner, and that's going to send everything over to the sort of matte simulation on the Cricut. And here you'll see that it says Print and Cut, and I am just going to do printing first. It'll give me a dialog box that should pop up to select my printer. I am turning on the system dialog so that when I click next on this window, it pops up my printer dialog box, because in there is where I can change the settings for like my size of paper, the type of paper that I'm using. So I'm using Epson Premium Presentation Matte paper, and so I just select that from my drop down there. I always yield towards quality over speed when I'm printing, just to make sure it does good, and then go through the printer dialog box to do that. And so now I'm just waiting for it to print, and this is what the next step is, waiting for me to finish with the printing on my Cricut. All right, so my images are printed. Like I said, I was just using a scrap piece of paper from what I cut the other day. But you can see they have this black bounding box that's containing all of my images. That is what the Cricut reads to be able to know where your images are. So here I've got it loaded on my light grip matte. Then for my material settings, I'm going to choose light cardstock, 65 pound, and make sure everything is good to go with my tools. And that all looks fine. So I am ready to go now that the printing is done. I've set it on continue, and now it's doing its thing with the Cricut. So you'll see this sort of window pop up that shows you progress is being made, and this will show you now that it's scanning, and then it will show you as it starts working through the cutting process, and it will give you a percentage as it updates through that. All right, and here you can see in the Cricut machine, as I get it loaded in, it's gonna do its sort of orientation as it always does. And what you'll see in a second, you can see the light just came on, and you'll see it start to move around some of the shapes, and it does a more intricate sort of tracing or scanning piece. And here is what it looks like when it's actually cutting. So you can actually see, if you look closely, you can see how it's moving around each shape as it's using the cutting tool. All right, when it gets to 100%, you just, unload the mat, the same way you would any project. And here you can see it's cut all the way through the cardstock. And this isn't very thick cardstock that I'm using here. Sorry about that. It's hard to do this one-handed. And so, yeah, there are all of my thin chipboard pieces that I printed digitally from Ali Edwards' 2020 December Daily Digital Kit. And yeah, you can see they're cut pretty great. It's not 100% perfect, but it's way better than I could do with fussy cutting. So there you have it. It's pretty straightforward. I was amazed by how simple it was once I did it the first time. And I hope you enjoy and try it out yourself. Thanks so much for watching, and let me know in the comments below if you have any questions. I'm happy to help.